Yo, what it do?
Look at it, y'all. Look at it. Look at it.
Look at the merch. Y'all see the merch.
Hello.
All gold sweatshirts. Let's stand up and show them people. Look at that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Got the hats. You know what I'm saying?
Put some respect on it.
Right. So merchandise will be coming soon. We're actually going to work something out where we can start taking some orders pretty soon, man.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. So welcome back to All the Gold Podcast. I'm your host, Derek J. That's your host, Craig Cooper. Hey, listen, Friday Night SmackDown. Yo, what you think about it, Coop?
Friday Night SmackDown it's a pretty good show. Right. I enjoyed it. My only gripe is it's too long, but other than that, pretty solid show.
That's the same thing for me, man. It's too long, but let's get it started, man.
I'm gonna say this one point.
Right.
Us fans in the USA, we gotta do better. They showing us up, bro. They showing us up.
You are absolutely right, yo. They are killing us overseas, yo.
They killing it. We gotta do better. Us included, because of those, we gotta sing along. They are lit. They are lit.
Super lit, man. The fans, you know what I'm saying, they're like on a whole nother spectrum, a whole nother level, man. Like they are so energetic. They put the US fans to shame, man. And look, don't be mad when they WWE start taking their product overseas a lot. I'm letting you know this right now. I'm like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? They overseas more than you. Watch what I tell you. Because the crowd makes a difference. The crowd makes a difference. I saw that. Look, I saw the All the Gold podcast mug. I saw it, yo.
Say, let me know.
Yeah. He's on his Regis Philbin type shit. But yeah, man. So look. In all seriousness, though, don't feel bad when they start moving their product overseas, man.
Yeah,
you're damn sure lucky. Saudi Arabia government didn't buy WWE when Vince was selling it in the first place.
No, for real.
Yeah, because they was really close to buying it.
Yeah, they were. They were.
Close. Anyway, let's kick off the show, man. So, first segment, Randy Orton comes out. He kicks off the show. He comes in the ring. He cut a promo with Kevin. Kevin cut a promo at Kevin. Kevin comes out, and he talked about how he tried to save Randy from himself, from being the person that he used to be, kicking people in the head. And Randy declared a match at WrestleMania 41. What do you think about that segment, Coop?
I enjoy this segment. What I love about it, there's some truth to what Kevin was saying.
Right.
Like, we all knew how Randy Orton was back in the day. Like 09, Randy Orton was a problem. He was kicking everybody in the head.
Straight menace.
Everybody, straight menace. And I like the fact that even though Randy Orton is a face, but you can see his wheels turning as Kevin Owens was talking. It's like, yo, it's go time. So this is going to be good. This is going to be a good match. This match is going to cook. This feud is going to cook so well. So I'm excited. I'm very excited about this. Right.
I mean, I was sitting back looking at it, and I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking, like, you know, I'm not really used to a heel. I mean, I'm not a heel, but I'm not used to a babyface Randy Orton like that. I love more of the heel persona.
Right.
You know, the actual Viper. You know what I'm saying? Like the Legend Killer. Like, you know. Heel Randy Orton is like he comes off like so forced, but you know, I mean, babyface Randy Orton comes off so forced, but heel Randy Orton is so natural. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm real curious to see where this goes. At I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's going to start picking up. It's going to start picking up in the next couple weeks. All right, so moving on. Damian Priest was the actual first match. Damian Priest, Jimmy Uso versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Drew McIntyre. I thought that was an excellent match. Thought it was a nice night. Everybody had nice chemistry with each other. Damian hit Nakamura with the South from Heaven, picked up the victory. After that, Drew McIntyre attacked him, hit him with a Claymore, you know, for the post angle of the match. What do you think about that one, Coop?
Okay, so remember what we were saying about the, for example, Jey Uso versus Gunther, how it's attack. Right. But look how when Drew McIntyre attacked him, he's talking to him. Look how he's explaining why he's doing what he's doing.
Right.
And look how he's saying every time I see you on the ground. I like how it's not just an attack. it's an they're explaining why they're doing this.
Right.
They're explaining why there's a feud.
Mm-hmm.
So this is another good feud that I'm looking forward to. Actually, I didn't expect to enjoy this like I thought I would, to be honest. So,
right.
But the way they're approaching, the way they're doing this is great. I love it.
Yeah. I think them two in the ring, they're pretty similar in their moveset as far as like, you know, the fast hitting, you know, big men. I think like you said, this feud wasn't like, I wasn't expecting it to be good. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was like one of them throwaway matches, but I really think that they can cook with these two if given the right opportunity and like they stay persistent on the storyline and just show more why. I mean, they already explained why Damian and Drew are feuding. You know what I'm saying? He's been costing them all, you know, for the past year.
Right.
But you know, just they got to get more, a little bit more deeper than that. Get more personal. I know I always say that with these men, but get more personal with this one because you already got his hook right now. You know what I'm saying? But just get a little bit more personal. Like do something where you meet him backstage and you know leave him in remember how the attitude era used to leave him in the pool of blood. You know, in the parking lot. Like, oh, hit him! Like, give me something else. You know what I'm saying? But I think you know just to keep saying that. Oh, you cost me in a match. I need something more from it. Just a little bit more. But
I see your point.
Yeah,
solid point. Solid point.
Right. So Shinsuke and Jimmy, I guess they was like the tag team partners. You know, they ain't gonna have no fight at WrestleMania. Just
it's stuck at catering. Catering. Yeah,
they're like background dancers right now at the moment. Let me see. So LA Knight was shown backstage right after that, immediately after that, and he was talking to Braun Strowman, and in that segment. He was explaining to Strowman, like, Braun was explaining to LA Knight that the winner of this match between him and Jacob Fatu that was coming up, that winner will be the new number one contender for the U.S. title. And they both looked at each other. LA Knight was like, yeah, and then walked away. That was, I kind of knew that because last week they kind of hinted towards that and the way Braun was looking at his title a little bit, but anyway, Charlotte, Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton, that interview. What do you think about that interview?
It's like I wanted to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It felt kind of off to me. I don't know. This is my opinion. It felt kind of off. I do feel like it's obvious that Charlotte is not going to win. Hopefully, she doesn't need the win at all, to be honest with you. So the way they're building it up was like she's overlooking Tiffany, and Tiffany has to like punch her way up to get to Charlotte's point. Maybe it's me overthinking. I feel like it was like I don't know. Maybe they should have done it like face to face, I guess. Promo. I thought it was okay, but I'm just curious of what direction they'll go like in the coming weeks or whatever. But I do feel like overall, Charlotte's is not going to win this match because she doesn't need to win. So that's how I feel. How you feel about this segment?
It was okay. It wasn't like nothing that I was like really, you know, like, oh, what's going to happen? That, you know, it didn't really grab my attention like that. I think that, you know, and I said this even before they even Charlotte even started challenging Tiffany for the title. I think I said this in probably episode 2 that Charlotte, whoever she's going to go against on the mic, who has the women. I think this is even before Tiffany won the title.
Yeah. You did say that.
I said whoever she goes against, she's going to murder on the mic, and it seems like Tiffany was a little bit nervous on the mic. In my opinion, if you listen to the verbiage, I think she was a little bit intimidated. She looked like she had some hesitation on what she wanted to say, and Charlotte was just so natural, just like it was just click, just like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it showed her a little bit weakness from Tiffany, but she could always make it up in the ring. I just don't think, like you said, Charlotte should win the title. I think she doesn't need the title at this moment. Probably give Tiffany a little bit more time with it. I could say about like SummerSlam, maybe. maybe SummerSlam, maybe Backlash, maybe if they do like a WrestleMania rematch, I can see maybe Charlotte taking it off of her. But yeah, like I said, Tiffany was getting a little bit pushed around on the mic on that in that whole segment. You can just tell by the hesitation in her voice. I think she wanted to say something different. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like that's what she was supposed to say. I don't know. But
yeah, to your point, what she
it seemed
kept
a little
saying,
scripted to me.
it was something about like something being hot and you pouring water on it, something like that.
Right.
And she kept saying it, but I feel like the way she wanted to deliver it with a more of a punch,
Right.
it didn't land how she wanted to. Like I do feel like she was nervous. And that's probably the reason why I was like, something is like not connecting the way it should be.
Yeah.
That's the reason I was thinking that. That's a solid point.
I really felt like, you know what I'm saying, like it seemed like it was scripted almost. Like what she was reading was scripted, and like Charlotte was just coming off naturally. But I think that maybe Tiffany was just, it didn't felt natural.
Yeah.
A little bit like it was written for. But
Yeah.
anyway, going to the next match that was on the card, which would be Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman. I really enjoyed this match. It was really good. A lot of action in it. I tell you what, I am getting tired of though. I'm getting tired of the damn interference from Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa. Like, I want to see Jacob get a clean victory over somebody, you know what I'm saying, without any interference. I mean, I've seen it a couple times, but I want to see, like, Braun Strowman, like, they've been beefing for a while, you know what I'm saying? Like, let them
couple of months.
Yeah, let them end this feud and let them have a clean victory. So, yeah, like you said, it was hard hitting, pretty cool spots. Let me see. Tama Tonga interfered with Solo Sikoa, and Braun wound up winning via disqualification, and that's only because they interfered. So that means he has the number one contendership for the title. Now, this is going to not interfere, but this is going to coincide with a segment further down. We'll get to that in a few with Jacob Solo, because I thought that was really interesting. But then LA Knight came out to the ring, made the save. And I think Braun had a little stare down with him, and LA Knight walked out. So, what do you think overall about that segment?
Overall segment, solid match. I do agree as far as the interference part. I wonder, now that I think about it, with LA Knight going against Braun for the title, like I wonder how they're gonna match this together if that's the case. If that's the case, they're going for Mania. I do feel like Jacob Fatu is really it's really obvious that he's overshadowing Solo Sikoa and miles ahead of him.
Oh, he's to
the point where like you don't really see him. You don't really see him like you used to. He kind of disappears when Jacob Fatu is actually in the ring or near him. So they have something here, but that part is down the line in the show. Like when they get ready to build, so it was a great solid match.
Right. To me, like you said, Jacob is actually. I mean, it's been like for the last couple. Ever since Solo had, he came back from that hiatus that he did.
Yeah,
you can see more of Jacob's personality coming out, and that's what everybody was afraid of, that he was going to outshine Solo.
Yeah,
and I actually see it myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've seen it, and you're starting to see it more and more each week. Like recently, you're starting to see it more and more each week. The whole thing with the LA Knight and Braun Strowman, I'm gonna tell you how this is going to go. I think that Jacob will interfere with this match because I don't think this whole situation is finished at the moment.
Okay.
This probably would lead into a triple threat for the United States Championship at WrestleMania. In my opinion, I think it might be Jacob versus Braun versus LA Knight for the or you might throw Solo in. It might be a 4-way for it because or no, they might go the Solo versus Jacob route. I don't know, but it seems like it seems like it's around that area. You know what I'm saying? Like they might have a triple threat for the championship. If we don't get a triple threat for the championship, you can bet your bottom dollar that they're going to have Solo versus Jacob at WrestleMania.
That's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I actually been waiting for it for the longest because, I don't know what else you can do with the bloodline right now. That bloodline storyline, it seems like it's just like the bloodline storyline is breaking up, slowly but surely. In my opinion, I think that, they're not focusing on the bloodline per se. They just everybody's doing their own thing, you know. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty much run its course. Like after
Right,
this, it's like where to go from here. So
right,
they might, if they might squeeze in a couple of matches out of them, maybe one Solo wins one, Jacob wins one, just to carry the feud out. But after this, is like where they go from here, pretty much. So that's going to
right.
be interesting to see where they'll go with that.
And so that leads us into the segment that we was talking about earlier with Jacob. So after the match, I think they played a package with, if I'm not mistaken, they played the package with Cody Rhodes and John Cena, like a recap.
Yeah, he did.
It was a recap, and then they went into the backstage segment with Jacob, like he was like throwing stuff around, throwing barrels, pallets around and stuff like that. And then he told Solo to mind his business and stay out of his affairs. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of like, it was like starting the feud. You know what I'm saying? Like just giving like little sparks for the feud. Throwing fuel to the fire. What do you think about that whole situation? You think that what I'm saying? Like what we were saying is true. Like far as the match, maybe.
I feel like they're going to do a one-on-one match. I do feel like it's obvious. I feel like you and I predicted this a while ago because it makes sense. So now they're giving Jacob Fatu a reason to be pissed off. So like they've been slowly teasing this the whole time. So with him being overshadowed, with him constantly interfering in matches, with Solo Sokoa being unsure of himself after losing to Roman in January. So you do have a way to build this storyline up like this. Maybe you get to the point where Solo gets pissed off and they jump Jacob Fatu. So this is a way you get the face sympathy role as far as reasoning of him doing his part. So that's the reason they can go, because Jacob Fatu is legit.
He's legit, man.
He should be a future champion. He has everything. He has everything.
Yep. He has the presence. He has the promo skills. He has the in-ring skills. I mean, he's hitting on all cylinders right now. And if you don't, he's actually white hot. I mean, I won't say he's white hot, but he's hot right now.
Yeah.
And if you don't put on him right now, I don't know when is a good time to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know how WWE like to do. It's like a slow burn for them, man. But sometimes you need to cook when you got to strike when the iron is hot. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
So, don't waste time on him. You know what I'm saying? Like he got a lot of time. So yeah. But anyway, we got Piper Niven versus Lena Vega. That was one of those matches. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you, my son actually pointed out to me. We were sitting down and watching it, and he's like, "Dad," he said, I don't like Zelina Vega got no pop, and I had to rewind it. She came out, she didn't get no pop, yo. It was like, and that crowd was nice too, but she didn't get no pop. But you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all,
did they rush her return? Do you feel like?
No. I think they teased it for a while, but I think here's my issue with it. Piper Niven. Zelina Vega and Piper Niven is like a total mismatch. Like they could have found another opponent for her because, first of all, Zelina's like 4'11", and it shows in the ring against somebody that's she looked small in that ring, dude.
Yeah, she's little. Yeah,
she looked like Mysterio versus Kali almost.
Yeah,
to me
it did. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, I really couldn't get behind that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just a weird. It was just like a weird matchup for me. You know what I'm saying? Like the way she was moving, and then she tried to do a Canadian Destroyer, and I'm looking at her like, ain't no damn way you gonna flip this big girl around. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, not at all.
No.
Not at all.
So we can cut the cap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they're trying with her. I guess they're trying to do a little something with her. You know what the opportunity they did miss with her?
What's that?
It's when they when she won the Queen of the Ring.
Yes,
that's when you should have pushed her.
That was like 2 years ago, I think.
Well, 2 years ago, yeah. When remember her and Woods won the king. Well, he won the king and she won the queen. And then she had a little momentum behind her, and then after that, they just killed her momentum.
I forgot about that. Wow.
Yeah. So, I was a fan. I was like, yo, I mean, she might do it. I always say she was always small, but I thought that maybe she had an opportunity to do a little something, have a little push. So yeah, WWE dropped the ball with her again. Now they got to try to build it back up with her. So that's going to be a little uphill battle right there. So, and we'll see, man.
Yeah.
Jade did a backstage interview, and she was telling, I think it was Kathy Kelly, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember who it was. Yeah, Kathy Kelly. And she was telling her that she was going to show Liv and teach Liv not to mess with her, from the segment previous from last week. And Naomi that she was coming for her. So I was like, okay, cool. And then that came right out with the Jade and Liv match. I kind of expected something was going to happen with an interference because I was like, I think Naomi's going to come in as you can't have Naomi out too long, right? So what I said was true. She came in and Naomi interfered and cost. I think she hit Jade with the title. If I'm not mistaken, the tag title.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So she hit her with the tag title, and Liv got her with the Oblivion and for the win. And then something unexpected. Well, not unexpected, but she showed a vicious side. Attacking Jade, man. So I was like, okay, I can get behind this Naomi. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended, but yeah. But I can get behind her because I'm like, okay, I like to see this side of her because you always see her with the glow, and I'm like, whatever. But this Naomi is kind of interesting. She had the little Rick James look with the curls and stuff like that. She was like, give it
to me, back. Right. Okay.
Yeah. So, what you think about that whole thing, man?
Here's the thing, though.
Look, now my voice starting to go dry now, yo.
I know, man. I can't wait till my voice is like solid. And from fighting this for like 2 weeks now. The thing is, I was wondering how because my initial thought was, and I'm still sticking with this, was she attacked Naomi way too soon, like just to build the feud or whatever. But to see Naomi come back and see her more aggressive is interesting. So this is a way for them to, apparently prove me wrong. So this is a way for them to actually add more to the story of her being aggressive, because I was wondering what's going to be a thing where she's getting overshadowed for Jade. I do like the fact that Jade has improved in the ring. I can kind of see how she's been working. Her ring work does look a lot better. It looks a lot more crisp. It looks a lot better. She's legit, and I'm interested to see where it's going to go in the future. So if she continues this aggressive side, now she has a reason to be pissed off because she got packed up real bad. So continue this little slow, continue this little slow aggressive side that's coming out. So that's going to be interesting to see how they going to do that, because they do this, they're going to cook.
So I look at a lot of stuff on the internet, man, and I see how they, everybody be like, oh, Jade, she got the look and stuff like that, but you got your, you got your haters be like, oh no, she can't wrestle and all that stuff like that. I'm looking at these people and I'm like, yo, can you really get in the ring and do what she do? No. So why are you talking? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I just hate when somebody badmouths, and it really, this is my opinion, you know what I'm saying? You can hold me for one, but I think people are intimidated by a strong black woman, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, yeah.
Like she has the look, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, she's cut, she's well put together, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? She hasn't been wrestling for a long time. I think she's been wrestling for like 5 years now. This is probably her 5th year wrestling. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
She was I think she was 2 years in the AEW. No, she was 3 years in the AEW and then 2 years here at Raw. I mean, at WWE. So, or going on 2 years. So maybe it's like 4 years. I'm not sure, but still, it's a short career. You know what I'm saying? And people just bashing her. She should have went to NXT. She needed, season herself. You can't. That the person, her persona is too big for NXT. You know what I'm saying? To me, it was just too big for NXT. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that, maybe she should have had a little, like a couple months stint down there, but not a full time, like a year-long process, because her aura is just too big. She has a main roster aura just like that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that, people, when they see a strong black woman and it's not what they're used to, they are afraid You know what I'm saying? But just you got to learn how to just chill, man. Give people a chance. If you can't do what the fuck they doing, like just leave. Stop bad mouthing. Like keep your opinion to yourself, man. That's all I had to say about that.
Hello.
I'm
Yeah.
just being real, man. Because
No,
it's like
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
See people just bad mouth somebody when you can't do what they do, or you don't have the courage to do what they do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
I'm with you on that, and that's why, like I
Right.
say, even if a wrestler has not been presented the right way, I'm not gonna say they can't wrestle.
Right.
I'm gonna say the stuff they've been presented is not showing their abilities.
Right.
I think WWE was smart how they did it, because obviously they're trying to work on her, build her skills up, because WWE, AEW are two different things. How you present certain things. That's why they put her with Bianca, who's more experienced, tag team division, to hide little things that she can work on as far as a pro wrestling eyes. That's why she's able to take a break. You can clearly see she's been trying. You can clearly see the ring work is getting better. Now, when I say ring work, does not mean she can't wrestle. Clearly, she can wrestle. You know what I'm saying? So, for us on the couch judging and watching, oh, you can't wrestle. How fair is that to say? You can't do what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
Like, you can't do what they do. We can't do what they do.
And then you got to think about, you got to look at it like this. AEW is they have a totally different farming system than what WWE has. Now, that's why people say, oh, when I wrestle, I got to learn the WWE way. Or if you go to Japan, you got to learn the New Japan Pro Wrestling way or the Noah way.
Yeah, right.
White people didn't say, I got to learn the AEW way. Because AEW, I mean, you know what I'm saying? No offense to the AEW fans, and I know we do have some that probably watches and stuff like that, but AEW, they don't have the system that's in place to teach people how to look at the cameras when they're wrestling. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's really a mental thing when you're in the ring, really, because it's like a show. You got to know what spot to be in, what to do at what time. And then if you're not getting that training, the proper training like you would in WWE over at AEW, and then you come over, and then it's like a whole new world to you, of course you're going to be judged because like, what the hell have I been taught over there? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole different system. You know what I mean? So
it is.
Yeah, man, people got to lay off with the criticism, dog. Like, I understand, but damn, man.
Right.
Like, she didn't have the training that she would have normally if you was to go straight, the NXT or through the Performance Center. You know what I'm saying? She had to learn that as she went. And then, she's really impressive. So just give her some time, man. God damn.
I know.
All right, anyway.
I'm with you.
That was my rant, you know what I'm saying? Because I had to get it off my chest. I'm thinking about this, like, they just always... people always shitting on this girl for no reason,
Yeah, it's not fair that she gets that.
Like they try to find something to hate. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
whatever, Anyway, let's move on. So the Street Profits came out and they cut a promo, thanking, you know what I'm saying, talking about the 4 long years. First of all, even before that, like, what was up with this the music, The music threw me off. They had they debuted new music.
I couldn't hear it too well. I couldn't hear it.
What's that Def Rebel stuff, man?
Yeah, I couldn't hear it. Like, it was like, I don't know. I had to watch it again to see.
Maybe because the crowd was a little bit.
The crowd was loud. I couldn't hear it. I couldn't really get into it. So I got to watch it again. So I can't tell you what it sounded like. I know it's different. I know it's not the same. It's not the same thing song. It's different. But then
it's different. It's definitely different, man.
It's definitely different.
More of a, I think more of a words to it. You know what I'm saying? More of a base to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the same one. Yeah, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. My throat's starting to get itchy. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, for me, because I talk at work so much, so that's why it's been taking me longer, just to get my voice back. I'm like,
so, it'll come back
next week. Yeah.
So they came out and they cut a promo, thanking the fans, saying there's been 4 long years before they had the title. Legado del Fantasma came out with Santos Escobar, and they were talking about how they, if it wasn't for, them, if it wasn't for Pretty Deadly, who came out and Pretty Deadly lied to them and say that they did something, that whole thing when they first returned. Just lying and stuff like that, and they would have never got the title shot or whatever, and then they owe them the title shot. So I think the Street Profits, they went head on with was it Berto and Angel, Los Garzas from Legado del Fantasma, and it was a good match. It was a good. It was an okay tag match. Montez Ford hit him with that frog splash. It's crazy,
It's just so sick. It's so sick.
It's like he's floating slow motion in the air. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look up and be like, damn, that man.
Like that man is still in the air. Like he just make it look so good.
Yeah. So he hit him and they won. And what you think overall about the match?
Excuse me. I enjoyed the match. I think. Well, no, I think I know for a fact. You and I were saying a few episodes ago when we first started the podcast, we were saying how what they're doing with a SmackDown tag team division. And I noticed that they're making the effort. They're really trying, really telling the story with this tag team division. As far as the SmackDown side, Raw, I don't know what the hell they're doing. But I do feel like they'll put everybody together like in a ladder match, something like that.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania, something like that together. Solid match. I like what they're doing. They're presenting the tag team division respectfully now. So I wish I can hear the new theme, but the way Street Profits been presented, they have a new ways about them. It's exciting, you know. And my hope is they be consistent with them, because in the past they get a little heat and then they get on TV. And that's my hope. Please be consistent with them. Whether they lose the tag team titles or not, be consistent with them. Keep them going.
Right.
That's my biggest hope with that.
And you know, like I said, man, I think we touched on this. They need to just unify those tag championships.
That'd be the smart thing to.
Because I don't even understand who the hell is the tag teams on Raw. Not Viking Raiders, War Raiders.
Yeah, the War Guys. The War Guys. Yeah. I think so. Right. Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 tag teams on Raw. LWO. That's it.
Right.
I mean, I think you have Grayson Hall, but they're not even going for the tag title. Like, just unify the damn titles, man. At this point, because it just makes perfect sense. Have the tag champions go from each show. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to make every show, but have them go to each show and defend the belts, man. Because it's no point in having 2 sets of tag titles on one. You're focused mostly on one division on one show, and then the other teams you like. I don't even know. I forgot that the War Raiders even had the belts.
Yeah. Right.
I had to think about it. I had to really sit back and just go back in my mental Rolodex. Like, when was the last time?
Right.
They look like big pizzas. That's what I call them. The big pizza belts.
They do.
I like the SmackDown titles anyway better.
I love them. They remind me of the old school titles. The old school.
The old school feel. Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. I love those titles.
Right. So yeah, man, just unify those titles, man. Get rid of a set, man, because it makes no sense at this point.
Right.
Yeah. So this brings us to our last. This actually, it seemed like SmackDown was drawn out, but I'm telling you why it's drawn out. It was drawn out for the simple fact that they had a lot of filler in there with a lot of recaps and stuff, and a lot of different, a lot of different backstage segments. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. It was only 6 matches. That was it.
Yeah, because I'm looking at my notes. I'm like, my notes are kind of short. Am I tripping? Like, I was like, dang. I'm like,
super short, yo.
I was like, my notes are super short. This is the shortest.
It was mostly this episode was filled with a lot of talking.
Yeah,
a lot of talking and a lot of backstage stuff.
Yeah.
So, that brings us to the last portion of the review. It's Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk. Roman comes out first. He told Bologna, Italy, to acknowledge him. Start cutting the promo. Then Seth came out to the ring with the Gargamel blue, and and then out comes CM Punk. Now, I thought it was going to get real interesting when Punk got on the mic, because he looked like he was about to blast him on the mic, and then I thought that Punk was really going to say some shit that was going to get under the skin. But then Punk just started brawling with Roman, and they had a big brawl out. Seth tried to pull Punk off. I thought like they both trying to jump Punk for real.
Yeah. They're like, wow, Punk is verbally destroying this. Let's pack him up real quick, because Punk.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I thought he was going to verbally abuse him on the mic, yo, straight up.
I thought he was.
Yeah, because he was
I said, "Oh,
He said, "Well, you two." He said, what do you call him?
Grimace.
Chief and Grimace. He called him Grimace. Hey, yo, he crazy, yo. He said Chief and Grimace.
right."
And they started brawling. Then your whack ass security buddies came out trying to stop everything.
We gonna mess around and do a top 10 security segments because I swear, no matter what company it is, wrestling, WWE, AEW, TNA, Indies, it's the same thing. Security is like dive. Oh,
That's terrible, yo.
It's the same. It don't matter what company it is.
They couldn't stop a nosebleed, man. I'm telling you, man. And,
you can't stop a nosebleed. Love it.
But interesting though that if we was listening to the what Punk was saying, he told Paul that he had a favor. He called that favor out again.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is his favor, man? He said we're gonna get to it, but they never got to it. So they called out the favor, and I was like, okay, well, here we go. We about to know what the favor is, and then they just never elaborated on it. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Does he turn on him? Like, does he?
I don't know, man.
It's weird.
I don't know. It's hard to tell at this point.
Dang.
Yep. What you think overall about the segment, though?
I enjoyed this segment. I was looking forward to this. I was like, hey, they're gonna say this towards the end.
Right.
It was good. This is, if I'm wrong, please correct me.
Mm-hmm.
This is my first time seeing a triple threat feud like this without a title. Like the first time a triple threat feud doesn't have a belt, to my knowledge, I think.
Right. I think.
And it's like the way they're doing it, I was like, damn, they don't need a title.
Nah, they don't.
I said, damn.
Well, here's the question.
Good.
Here's the question, and I'm gonna present this to you. Do you think that this match would be worthy enough to headline either a night 1 or a night 2 WrestleMania?
It's got to be night 1. It's got to be night 1. I can see Cena and Cody for night 2. I can see Jey Uso opening the show,
right?
Just to give the crowd
like they did last year.
Yeah, I can see Jacob. Not Jacob. Sorry, I can see Jey Uso open up the show for night 1. You know, just to win that match. You know, have a crowd, put a crowd on a good path for as far as a happy start.
Right.
But I definitely think this will be night 1 main event for Saturday. Mm-hmm. Now, who goes over? I don't know. I don't see Roman eating the pin, though.
I don't see Roman eating the pin.
Roman's not eating the pin, no. So
if anything, Seth might eat the pin.
Seth always been out of the three. Out of the 3, you would make Seth eat the pin. Out of the 3,
yeah, you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Yep. I believe in my heart that this match will main event night 1. Like I said, I think that Gunther and Jay can open up, but no doubt that this match can open up. In night 1, I think the Charlotte and Tiffy might open up night 2.
Oh, gotcha.
But then you got to think about the women's world title match. You know, so they might have 2 women's matches on one show. So I don't know, man. Right now the card is a little bit up in the air, but once they start bringing everything together, probably in like the last 2 weeks, probably can get a better feel for it. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, definitely.
No. So yeah, man. Coop, man, you got any words we about to say? Because we about to get to, man. We're gonna wrap this up. We about to get into what everybody's been waiting for, man.
Again, thank you as always. This is another episode for Top 10. That's right. Thank you. Yep. Again, thank you as always for the support. Been trying to fight to get my voice back, but it's like
slowly coming back.
Slowly coming back for surely. Enjoying the show.
Sure.
This has been fun. We enjoy what we do. We enjoy even in the midst of us working on 9 to 5s. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. But still it's working. It's fun. And we definitely appreciate y'all support. Again, as always, we always say thank you for y'all support with the podcast. It's been great. Appreciate the feedback, appreciate the shares, appreciate the comments. and everything like that. And we're going to continue this ride as we continue to grow every single step.
Every single step, man. Just like I want to thank my wife for even printing these out for us, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna have to discuss some labor laws and stuff like that. Compensation, but nah, man, we're gonna try to get some stuff out to you guys, man. We'd like to say just thank you for the support. Continue to watch. Yeah, we're about to hit this top 10 up now, so we'll see y'all later. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.